You know that person, the one people quietly avoid, but nobody knows how to tell. And honestly, I think all of us have experienced this at some point. Someone is talking to you, kindly, normally, and all you can think about is escaping the conversation for air. And afterward, you feel bad about it. Because what are you supposed to say? Your breath smells? Nobody wants to hurt someone like that. But you know what I realized? Sometimes that person is not careless at all. And sometimes they really are brushing. They brush properly, they rinse, they use mouthwash, and they do everything they were taught to do. And still, the problem stays. And I think the reason is simple. Sometimes the problem is not the effort. Sometimes it's the tools. Now, most toothpaste gives you that strong mint feeling. Now, for a few minutes, your mouth feels super fresh. But after a while, the odor comes back again. And that was one of the things that surprised me when I started learning more about this toothpaste. It doesn't just focus on the feeling fresh. It actually focuses on what causes the odor in the first place. Now, one ingredient in it is propolis. You've probably heard of it before. It comes from bees. Now, what I found interesting is that it's known for antibacterial properties. So instead of just covering odor, it helps deal with the bacteria causing it. And honestly, that made sense to me. Because sometimes we keep trying to hide the problem instead of dealing with what's creating it. And then there's green tea. Now, this part surprised me too. Because green tea doesn't just make something smell fresh. It actually helps neutralize the compounds that create bad breath in the first place. So now you're not just masking the odor with mint. You're helping deal with what's actually causing it. And when I understood that, suddenly I understood why some toothpaste only works for a short time. Because freshness and cleanliness are not always the same thing. Now, there's another thing almost nobody talks about. Your toothbrush. Now, think about it. You rinse it, you put it back in the holder, and it stays there, wet inside the bathroom. And honestly, I never really thought about that before, until I realized that toothbrush can also collect bacteria. So every time you brush, you might be putting bacteria right back into the mouth you just cleaned. And this is also why brushing becomes difficult for some people, especially people with sensitive gums. Because when your gums bleed easily or brushing feels painful, you start brushing carefully. Now, too carefully sometimes. You avoid certain areas, you brush lightly, you rush through the gum line because it feels uncomfortable. And without realizing it, those are exactly the places where bacteria stay. So now the mouth never really gets cleaned properly. And that becomes part of the problem too. And this is why I found the Atomy toothbrush interesting. The bristles are coated with gold powder, and not for luxury, but for antibacterial protection. So the brush stays cleaner between uses. And the bristles, they're extremely fine and soft too. So instead of feeling harsh on the gums, they clean gently. They reach areas that thicker bristles sometimes miss, especially near the gum line and between teeth. So now you can actually clean properly without feeling like you're hurting yourself. And at a price that honestly surprised me. Because when you see what it does, You wonder why you ever spent more on something that worked less. And honestly, that combination just made sense to me. Now, the next time you meet someone and you notice the problem, you don't have to embarrass them. You don't have to make them feel ashamed. You can simply say, I found something I really like, and maybe you like it too. That's it. No lecture, no awkward conversation, and no humiliation. But really, honestly, quietly helping someone. And the truth, sometimes that's the kindest thing we can do. It's not too late. If anything in this video made you curious about trying Atomy as a consumer, here is what I want you to do. Go to the link in the description below. It will take you to my page. From there, you can book a short call with me directly. It is just 30 minutes. No pressure, no sales talk. Just a simple conversation so I can walk you through everything personally. If you're not ready to book yet, that is completely fine. You can also message me on WhatsApp. The number is in the description. I read every message myself. Take your time, and when you're ready, I'm just here.